Good morning. Another busy day today ahead, which is always good. At a late-ish night last night, I had a meeting regarding potential investment into a new high-end car valeting company. They do like Ferraris, Bugattis, Porsches, and they want to expand across the UK. Want to work with me, obviously, but also want to be able to have some investment to be able to scale, to be honest with you. So decent meeting, very good. Two boys are 18 years of age. Been in business now for 7 months. Good business brain on them for their age and for what they've done so far. They really impressed me. Really detailed business plan. What I thought would be a half-hour pitch was like an hour and a half in 2 hours. So really good. Just gonna crunch some numbers my end of my team now and see if it's worth pushing through and doing. I really like them. Really like what they were about. So it's just really wherever I can commit to the time that I need, because I don't jump into anything I can't commit the time to. And right now I'm fairly stretched. So very good. Very, very happy with it. On the way now to the first client of the day. I've got an interview literally in 4 minutes time, which I'm going to do from the car. They know that. I've told them that. It's a pre-interview, it's a bit of a phone call, get to know them, and then I'll invite them in for face-to-face. Because I do so much travelling, I try and kill as much time as I can in the car while I'm here, just on the phone, catching up with people and talking, so then I don't lose time. Because I did go through a stage. I had a driver. He used to pick me up, used to work with me about the car, but I'm not very good really. Like looking at a screen the entire time when you're driving, it's like seasickness. But also I'm not a very good passenger. So and I know people are going to say, well, you can get a train. You can work on a train. And if I go into London or something like that, I do get a train. And when the offices move to London at the end of Feb, the Apollo Group offices. So I will then get the train because it makes more sense. But a lot of what I'm doing at the moment is it would be such a faff to get a train and get it from the train to it's just and I like the flexibility of I can leave when I want. I'm not reliant on the train, so that's the difference. So a client this morning, then I'm going to see another interview for a supervisory management position in Made to Help, and then I'm going to go and see another client that we got awarded the contract for the school yesterday. So we're going to see them this afternoon as well, and then I've got loads of admin to catch up on. It's the one thing about my role, because I like to be in and out and about with everything. That admin time is key, because I'm across multiple businesses. I have a rule though: if people really need me, pick up the phone and speak to me. Don't send me an email. If you need to send me an email afterwards, that's fine. But if you need an urgent response from me, speak to me on the phone. If I don't answer, send me a WhatsApp, send me a text message, and I come back to you. Because I check my emails probably twice a day. They get monitored by my assistant, but I check them first thing in the morning and sometime in the afternoon. I'll put it in my diary to check them again. So if it's an urgent thing, I don't live behind a desk, so I always tell my team, if you need me, ring me. My phone's always on. Sometimes my phone dies really quickly because I'm on it that much, but I have a battery pack to spare that up. So everything's pretty decent there. So busy day, and I'll catch up with you all guys in a bit. But morning. How are we all doing? Very early start this morning. 5 a.m. start this morning. Get up, get ready, get out. That's what I've been doing. We are on our way to Cardiff, for those of you who don't speak English. My Welsh is not very good either, but on the way to Cardiff, we got a networking event at 6:30. So on the way there now. it's another BNI networking group. As you know, I go to BNI. It's another BNI networking group, but this one's in Cardiff, and it's for Reliance. It's called Reliance. I've got my construction manager goes there. Just want to go see what it's all about. Have a look. New faces, new people in the room. Good opportunity to grow and expand my network. Do a lot of that lately. I've got a couple coming up this month, which takes me out my comfort zone a little bit as well, because I'm, as much as like I do the podcast and I'm with people every day, I'm not a huge mixer. So mixing is not my biggest thing, I'll be honest. I much rather stand in the corner of a room and then just have a bit of a conversation now and again, where I'm trying to get out my comfort zone, trying to get some more of these events where I can have a proper conversation with things, and then just tell people what I do and what my business does and what Apollo Group does and what Made to Help does and what all the other companies do, so people got an understanding of who I am and what I do, and growing a bit. So yeah, that's doing that now, and then after that straight to BNI Celtic, which is the one I normally go to on Thursday. That's for 9:30. Got a guest coming there today, which was good, a visitor, so they'll be there with me today. And then it was a bit of a late night last night, because by the time I got back, because traffic was horrendous, so I couldn't go to Wednesday night football. I ended up working most of the night anyway, so I read a 100-odd-page tender draft that one of my tender writers put together, tweaked some of it, went through the prices on it, and sorted that out, and then put together the slides and finished off the presentation for training on Friday for the management team at the facilities company, and then just tried to get on top of stuff as you do. I got a cat on my lip. Yeah, I got cut my lip that keeps splitting open, so it doesn't look like he played with it, but looks like I've been smacked, but I haven't. Yeah, so I did that last night. So it was a late-ish night, go to bed, probably about 1:45, and then again I was up at 5 this morning, so I need to get my sleep a bit better, because I am running about probably on 3-4 hours sleep, and that's not healthy, and that's not me saying, oh look at me, look how much sleep I don't need, because it really ain't healthy to do that. You need a good amount of sleep. So yeah, so that's me today then, and then I've got a meeting this afternoon with someone that's potentially going to come on and run my security company for me. So guy I've known a long time, in the industry a long time, and he's going to come on and have a look. So yeah, busy day. It's been a busy week, but it's lovely. It's like this seems like the first week back for me. Last week was like let's go and see where everything's going. This week is like boom shakalaka, let's go. Afternoon. Don't know why I said that. Just felt like it. Productive day. 2 meetings completed before, two networking events, I should say, in front of 62 people, all done by 11:30 a.m. and really good. Some really good business out of it. Had a good visitor come. Going to team up and work with Governor Management, which is always good. I love Governor. I love Jimmy and Frank Webb. Doing loads with them. But yeah, it's been a really cracking few hours, and we're still quite early yet. So, two network events. Then a meeting with the CEO of Made to Help, because we're trying to dig into some detail there, and just look at costings. And I do this quite a lot. I'll look at the pricing and the costing in my businesses, and can I get it down? So I do that quite a bit. Yeah, so all that's there. I'm now driving to another meeting for one of my hospitality venues, where I'm going to speak to the manager and see where we are with costs, forecasting, stuff we need to do there. So a lot going on, great stuff coming up. I know I seem to be in the car a lot again, but I do a lot of driving, but a lot of meetings as well. So very, very good. Very so much going on. It's really good. what I was going to just have a chat about is how you realise who the people you can trust in your lives are when you're used to them. And I don't mean used like they use you, but when they think they moved on to bigger and better things. And I've had that a lot at the moment where, I'm growing, I wanna be the best I can be in everything I do, growing the businesses as big as I can, and I'm supporting people that I can support through business coaching. So, but then you get people that, don't understand it, or they think that, it's that thing that where your biggest supporters will always be strangers and your biggest critics will always be people that are family or friends. And I think I said something about this, about cutting people off before. You've got to do it sometimes, because if you don't cut people off, you end up in the same rut as they're in, and their self-centeredness and the way they are, and and it's all about them, and it doesn't benefit them. And I've lost friends for it, and am I sad? Yeah, a little bit, because some friendships are I thought were really close, but then you see the true colours of people in the end, where actually it's not all that. Do you know what I mean? It's not what you think it is. And once they don't get their own way, or something goes wrong, they tend to change, and they want to make you the bad person. And look, I've made mistakes. Everybody's made mistakes in their lives. I'm not a perfect friend. I'm that friend that you might speak to for months sometimes, because I get caught up in my own world and my own family and everything else. But when you got dictatorship friendships, or you got people that just want to pull you down, or what you're doing doesn't benefit them, so they want to either kibosh it, or they call you selfish or whatever. I don't apologise for being who I am anymore. I'm 40 years of age now. I don't give a fuck what people think. I don't care. And whether your family, your friends, your acquaintances, I want people to bring value to my life, and that doesn't mean valuing money or want something from you, but I want to be around good energy, and I want to be around the energy that really gets me fucking going. Gets my juices going, and I want to be around people that I love spending time with and driving. And I've got a lot of things I want to do in 2026, and one of them is move the office to London. I'm going to be London based, and then we're going to go Saudi, and and from a personal point of view, 99% of a Monday I want to take my kids to school. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it all the time, because sometimes it's just not possible, but that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? And family time's massive for me. It's not for everybody. Like, rather than go for a few beers with some friends, I'd rather stay in with my kids and my and that I miss loads. Do you mean? And staying with my family, and do stuff that really means something to me. Where some people just don't get that, because they just don't have that. And my values in my life have changed massively. Do you mean? I don't take any prisoners anymore. I don't take any crap. I'm not here to impress anybody. I don't care what people think of me. I will do what's right in my life for my family and my business and me. And my friends will come along on that journey, or some of them won't. And that's just the way life is. Do you mean? It's value. Bring value to me. Bring energy to me. It's that saying again, where if you hang around 5 losers, you'll be the 5th. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. Sorry. If you hang around 6 people that don't have any drive or motivation, that'll be you as well. Where this year I've got a brand new drive. I want to do really well from I want to take the business to another level. I want to walk 10,000 steps a day. I want to be able to really drive my morals and my values. I want to help people. I want to learn a new language. I want to sit down and learn Welsh. Do you know what I mean? It's all these stuff I want to do. I want to continue playing football every week. But there may be a chance that I can't do that, because it's not common knowledge, but my boy's just been accepted for a football club. He's 13. He's more or less been accepted for an academy. I won't say who it is yet, because it's waiting on the paperwork. And that's going to take me out on a Wednesday or Friday. So I will always pick that family time over anything else. So the rant. Sorry about the real rant. I'm a bit passionate about this. I just want you guys to do what's best for you. And the people that love you and really respect you and like you will come along for the ride. The ones that won't are the ones that you don't need in your life, and they will put you down. They will tell you don't care. They will say you don't put enough time and effort in for them. And look, if it's family and stuff, you've got to make time. But you make time for what brings value to you, because guess what? You're only here once. You're not here for a long time either. So make that time for you guys. morning. Another early start, as we love them, do we? Early start this morning, going up to meet with CEO of one of my companies, and then we've got the first management training for this facilities company as well. Going to get that underway, make sure we are on point there. The reason we're doing it is a lot of the supervisor managers there are new to the role. We appointed a lot of them in December, did their onboarding, make sure they were happy with everything. Now we're going to go through like standards and structure and our vision for Q1 of 2026, that sort of thing. So we really want to get them on board with, buy into the company, and the best way to do that is to be delivered, I think, by me and my CEO. So we're going to go and do that. We're going to be on board for that and really drive the message across. I have got the operations manager and my construction manager delivering a little bit as well. They're going to do a little bit of their area, so why we do audits, why training is important and why we track it, online training, so we track that, and that goes out every week and where we are with it. And the other thing on top of it is the training, the onboarding, and health and safety. So my construction manager will go through health and safety, risk assessments, that sort of thing. So, but me and my CEO will go through the vision, where we are, standards. We're going to go through. I always start the meeting though. I always start every meeting with what I call a bullshit board. So anything any bullshit that's getting on your nerves or you think's in your head that you need to get out, we'll write up on the board, and then at the end of the day we'll come back to it. And that's how I start every meeting. So it works quite well. I just get it out of their heads before, otherwise people go, why am I here? Why am I trying to? And then you also know who's engaged and who wants to be there, and who is who you need to spend a bit more time with, sort of thing. So that's this morning, and then I'm going to go and meet a client this afternoon, and then I'm on the school run today. So I've decided that I'm going to go on the school run and do that today. So yeah, a lot going on, loads of stuff that we want to complete. The long days at the moment, so I'm starting my days roughly between 5 and 6, sometimes a bit earlier, and I'm finishing my days about 9, 10 at the moment. A bit of a gap in between because I make time for the kids and stuff, so between probably 4 and 6, 4 and 7, I do the dad stuff, drive over the stuff, have some food with them. Like yesterday I did a puzzle, that sort of stuff. So I'm still fitting that in because time's important and being present is important to me at the moment. But then outside of that, I am still throwing work around left, right and centre. But I enjoy it, it's good. Started having a weekly massage, which helps. I'm booked into a floating pod. It's going to try and help me relax a bit. So things are good, but they are very busy at the moment, and I can't complain. How can I complain about being busy when there's people out there that's not busy? So it's one of those things. But I'll catch you up later. Do you know one of the biggest things I found in recruitment, and people keep saying to me recruiting's hard and people don't want to work and people are lazy, and yeah, you are, Joe, you're a little bit right there. Rocking my mate to help Polo today. Yeah, you are right there. Some people are lazy, some people don't want to work, and some people, but the best way of always recruiting, I've just done again now, just stopped for a coffee in McDonald's, and I went in to get it because the drive-through was busy and what have you. So I went in, grabbed a coffee, sat there, did some work on my laptop, and there's this girl and she's cleaning her arse off in there, right? Only a young girl, probably 18, 19, cleaning her absolute arse off, right? And she didn't stop. When the table was empty, she was bang, she was on it, really, really good. So I thought, we're recruiting for the facility company. So I called her over and I went, darling, what's your name? She said, Sophie. So how long have you worked at McDonald's? 2 years. How are you finding it? Well, can't wait to get out, to be honest. I like being out and about. I enjoy cleaning, but I'd rather be out and about. Cool. So you looking for a job then? Yeah, I am. Fantastic. I said, look, nothing creepy, not going to ask for your number. Here's my card. part of a facilities company, looking for cleaning, we're expanding, got stuff in the area for you. How would you like an opportunity to come work for us? And she was like, oh, I'd love an opportunity. Okay, well, take my cards. If you decide to do it, give me a bell and we'll sort it out. And she's like, oh, do you want my number? I was like, no, I don't want your number because that looks like I'm trying to chat you up, and I'm not. But if you have give me that, and then I'll pass on to my operations manager, and he'll contact you if you decide that you want to come on board. So, ball's in her court now, but what a bloody hard worker. And I'm like, that's the person I want to work for me. That's the person I want that is the person I want to work for me. Someone like that hates their job but still works their ass off. That is how you find superstars, my friends. You approach them in their current jobs.
There are two tools that you will need to be successful. That's dedication and consistency.